Yo-hooo! Hello everyone! Welcome to today's stream. I'm sorry for being late. I had to take a moment to feed the creatures because they were starting to surround me. They were staring at me and it was starting to get a little bit scary. They are so cute. I've been dealing with cats in my lab the entire afternoon. You would think, but Yomi, that sounds like heaven. I don't know. Having 12 kilograms of cat on your lap, it's cute, but at the same time, after an hour passes and you still have 12 kilograms of cat in your lap, it starts to get a little bit heavy, you know? Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all having a great day today, by the way. Bienvenidos al stream de hoy. Espero que estéis teniendo un buen día. Disculpadme por llegar tarde, he fallado ya el speedrun, ya... El título del stream ya es una mentira. The title of the stream is already a lie, by the way. I have failed the speedrun. I'm already running so late. Estaban los gatos mirándome. Empezaban como a rodearme y empezaba a dar un poquito de miedo. He estado con gatos encima toda la tarde. He llegado a tener 12 kilos de gatos encima. Y diréis, pero Yomi, eso suena como el paraíso. Y bueno, es muy adorable al principio, pero cuando pasa una hora y sigues teniendo 3 gatos encima, 12 kilos de gato, empieza a pesar un poco. Solo un poquito. Pero ya está. Ahora las criaturas están alimentadas. Y seguramente rondarán por aquí. Y dirán miau. Pero ahora ya no se me van a comer a mí. Now the creatures have been fed. They will probably lurk around here. They might meow a little bit. But at least they will not eat me. So, first of all, Yo-hooo Luis, Yo-hooo the review. Oh my god, 40 months. Happy birthday. You're 40 months old now. Oh my god. As a Gardenia. Only as a Gardenia. Yeah, congrats. 8 months old. Congrats, Frederick. Bienvenido. Yo-hooo Ángel, Yo-hooo Tetera. Bienvenidos. ¿Qué tal? Welcome to the stream. Congrats on all the months. That's a lot of months. Even 8 months is a lot of months if you think about it. That's nearly a year. So, today I'm gonna continue that drawing that I have been struggling with for the past week. And hopefully, since there isn't that much left, maybe we're gonna finish it today. I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna treat this as a plant speed run. I'm gonna try to draw plants as fast as possible. There's basically only the plants left. Maybe some other details, maybe some post-processing, filters and stuff. But we're almost done. I think we can finish it today. Let's go. So, dreaming of trains. 2026. Open it. I don't open it until I start because since I'm recording the time lapse, it would be like a lot of a space in which I'm not doing anything at all. Alright, let's continue. It's looking more and more finished by the moment. I really like how it's looking actually. Really happy with it. Me está gustando mucho cómo está quedando. Estoy muy feliz con cómo se ve. Y por cierto tengo de mí. It's one of the cats that has been the entire afternoon. She's so cute. Also, one of my cats sat on my laptop before the stream once again. I left it unattended for a moment, and even if I try to put something to cover the keyboard, they do still try to get on the keyboard. It's at this point there's no way to deter them other than maybe closing the laptop. I'm gonna have to start doing that. Voy a tener que empezar a cerrar la laptop Porque cada vez que dejo mi ordenador solo por un minuto o menos, me encuentro un gato encima del teclado. Es la época. Es la época de gatos poniéndose encima del teclado. I was careless. I not learned my lesson. I don't learn my lesson. I keep making the same mistake of trusting my cat. That's not always a good idea. What do you want, Demi? In my lap again? For like 3 hours? Here you go. As long as you let me draw, you can do that. Here. Bonita. Mientras me dejes dibujar, puedes estarte aquí el rato que quieras. No, se va. Ya no quiere. He doesn't wanna be here anymore. Okay. Let's start with the plants. I'm gonna try to do it the same way that I did it last time. Let's try to keep them more or less the same size. Yo, Chris, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. Toca dibujar plantas otra vez. A ver si hoy sí que termino este dibujo. Creo que hoy sí se puede. Creo que hoy terminamos. Today we might be able to finish. Put some here. Maybe some others over here. The flowers are gonna be the way to cover all the imperfections in the leaves. Las flores van a estar allá donde haya imperfecciones en las hojas. ¿Sí? Las tapamos y no se nota. Así no se nota que las hojas están mal dibujadas. Jeje. Tapamos todo esto, por ejemplo. Y podemos poner muchas más flores de colores. Con algo de dolor de cabeza, cuídate. Ojalá que se pase rápido. Toca tomar un ibuprofeno. Qué fuerte. Ojalá que no sea nada. Y en la otra hay muchas más flores. Yo creo que podemos poner muchas más. Por aquí sobre todo. Aquí va a ir la mariposa también. Vamos a poner también flores porque si no, sin flores no hay mariposa. Without flowers, there's no butterfly. Put some over here. Just to make it more or less the same amount of flowers than on the other side. Yo la verdad no suelo tomar ibuprofenos tampoco. No sé, no tengo costumbre tomar medicinas. I don't usually take medicines when I get like fevers or headaches, which doesn't happen often, luckily. But I don't know, I'm just not used to taking medicine for it. I just push through it. Yo simplemente lo sobrevivo y ya está. Hello, Sammy! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Come over here. We can make it so the plants have grown upwards a little bit. Vamos a hacer como que las flores han crecido un poco hacia arriba. We go. Forward. Now let's add some flowers of a lighter color. Already saw the yes no Bumineko? Wait, what? The yes no? What was the yes no? I don't remember. I don't wanna ask if it's what I'm thinking, in case it's still a spoiler. Ah, your name! I read that as the yes, no. I was so confused. Ay. Estaba muy confusa. El sí, no de Mineko. Wait, no me acuerdo. Quiero releerlo en algún momento. Porque la última vez que me lo leí fue hace ya unos cuantos años. Pero siempre es buen momento para releer las 160 y pico horas de Umineko. Never a bad day to do a reread of Umineko, you know. The 160 something hours of visual novel or more. I wouldn't mind rereading it. I really like it a lot. Last time that I read it was like over 5 years ago or more. It was already a long time ago. But I still remember my favorite episode is episode 7. When you get to episode 7, I hope that you enjoy it. I think it is the best. So good. I really like it a lot. I reread Homestuck yesterday. I'll reread Umineko. Oh my god. Homestuck. I should maybe I should finish Homestuck someday. Now that I think about it. There's an inevitable cycle of Yomi Gardenia channel, and it's that every once in a while I remember Homestuck. Never finished it. I don't know if I want to. Like, in a way, I kind of want to finish it because I don't like to leave things unfinished. But I would have to reread a little bit of it because I don't remember much about where I left it. So it's a bit of a situation. I would not reread it from the beginning because that's a lot. But at least somewhere towards the end where I left it. I don't know. Homestuck. It do be Homestuck. The outlines are actually a little bit thicker. We're gonna go with thicker outlines. So it's consistent with the rest. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit fast. Because right now we know the process. All we have to do is try to refine it as much as possible. But I have not cut. Gata. En vez de contar la cantidad de gatos que tengo encima, voy a empezar a contar la cantidad de kilos de gato que tengo encima. The way that the cats are being today, I'm gonna start counting the amount of kilograms that I've got on my lap rather than the amount of cats. Right now I have 3.5 kilograms of cat. Ahora mismo tengo 3,5 kilos de gato. Es muy cute. El récord de hoy es como 12 kilos de gato. Tenía 3 gatos encima. Record for the day is 12 kilograms of cat. 3 cats in my life. They're so cute. Tablete. Esta gata nunca quería estar aquí conmigo, pero desde que descubrió que Hace frío y se está comfy. Ahora viene cada día. This cat, she used to never want to be on my lap. But ever since she discovered that it's really cold and here it's warm and comfy, she comes here every day. It has taken her like 11 years to learn that. Me ha tomado 11 años aprender esto. ¿Este es el stream de gatos? Sí, stream de gatos, lo es. Tengo ahora mismo 3,5 kilos de gato encima. Yo con Irvanda, by the way, ¿qué tal? He llegado un poco tarde, pero quizá aún podemos recuperar el tiempo del speedrun. Yo, Valvarius, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Drawing plants today with the help of cats. Cats that are totally helping. This is looking... I like this way of drawing flowers. Me gusta esta manera de dibujar las flores, en realidad. Cat better said a cat found its way into my house and refuses to leave. That's how a cat adopts you. The cat distribution system always does its job. That's your cat now. More like the cat has now adopted you. Cats always have. Yeah, they are always great help. They are always so cute. Cat-sized dog, cute. Close enough to a cat. Cosa número no se acaba de llegar. El sistema de puntos, literalmente no tengo ni idea de cómo funciona aún. Es como que se inventa los rankings cada vez. It always invents the ranking every time. Weird point system. Works however it wants. Funciona como quiere. I was thinking earlier about how to draw the other plants. I have a bit of an idea about how to make them different. We'll see. 5 kilograms of cat! That's like Big Changus. But Big Changus is 5 kilograms and a half. A little bit more than that. Changus. Big Changus was on my lap too earlier. I had Big Changus. Lete? For a little bit I had Lite, and for another little bit I had Demi. They kept like changing. They kept like changing cats. Changing locations. But oddly enough, I haven't had all 4 cats on my lap. It would be a little bit too much, perhaps. Algunos gatos simplemente son muy grandes, a veces crecen mucho. Extrañamente, no he tenido los 4 gatos encima. Solo 3 como máximo. Lo más seguro es asumir que todos hablan español hasta que alguien en el chat se confunda por algo que dice Yomi. La culpa va a ser mía, sí. No os preocupéis, voy a asumir la culpa. Ok, ya casi están. Wait, un momento. Clip Studio, no crashes, por favor. Please don't crash Clip Studio. Okay, let's save. Does Yomi count as a plant? Only half, because you know Gardenia is a plant, but Yomi is not a plant. So only my surname is a plant. Yo, Kate still welcome! How's it going? Guess only half of me is a plant. Como que solo media yo es una planta, por mi apellido. Ya cuando nací, mis padres dijeron: le ponemos Yomi si es fantasma y Gardenia si es planta. Y salí Yomi Gardenia. Maybe when I was born, my parents said, we're gonna name her Yomi if she's a ghost, and and Gardenia if she's a plant. And I turned out to be Yomi Gardenia, so... Okay, we're almost done. There we go. Let's define some more of the flowers. For example, let's put some more lighter, light yellow one. That rose in Yomi's head is edible? It is not! I mean, roses are usually edible. I have eaten roses before. They don't taste bad. They taste okay. They kind of like taste the same way that they smell. Creo que es como que las rosas tienen el mismo sabor que olor. Saben igual que huelen. Not my own rose! Other roses. I have eaten other roses, which by the way does not count as cannibalism, okay? ¡Yo fiero! ¡Bienvenido! ¡Mucha suerte con el trabajo! Ya dibujo siempre fuera de stream. Dibujo muy a menudo fuera de stream, de hecho. I draw a lot out of stream. I did a drawing just yesterday. Aside from commissions, I also draw things for myself sometimes. And I drew yesterday. Finished drawing some doodles, some OCs. Save. We can show them. It's Nimbus Company OCs. ¡Tan! Dibujé esto ayer. Bueno, terminé de dibujar esto ayer. Lo tenía a medias desde hace unos días. Son OCs de Nimbus Company. Esta es la mía. Esta es mi OC. Los otros dos son OCs de amigos. This is my OC, Nimbus Company. And the other two are OCs of friends. I really like how they turned out. I tried to imitate the Nimbus Company art style here. I think it turned out pretty well. Intenté imitar el estilo de Nimbus Company aquí. Creo que quedó bastante bien. Fue interesante práctica de pintado también. It was interesting as a coloring practice too. Really happy with how they turned out. I want to draw them again. I really want to draw them again already, and I just finished drawing them. Dibujo, luego existo, literalmente yo. Esa frase me define. That sentence defines me. I draw, therefore I exist. Aside from that, sometimes I do like commissions, most of all. Sometimes, every once in a blue moon, I do fan art. I don't know. Mostly I just draw OCs. Mayoritariamente solo dibujo OCs, pero a veces, muy de vez en cuando, hago algún fan art. Pero sobre todo OCs. Me gusta dibujar a mis OCs. I like drawing my OCs a lot. It's drawing are always great, but she sometimes breaks the promise of not creating new OCs. That happens very rarely, okay? That has barely happened. I always fulfill my promise. When have I broken that promise? Like, once or twice only. Right? Yeah, only like once or twice. Not that much. Ocurrido tantas veces. Quizá alguna vez se me ha ocurrido alguno de nuevo, lo he añadido a la lista, pero se ha ocurrido como 2 o 3 veces solo. Muy pocas veces. 12 times? No, that's not true. That's not true. It hasn't been 12 times. You can have been counting them. No puede ser que los hayas estado contando. No. No me lo creo. I don't believe it. Where's your proof? 2 o 3 veces por día. ¡Que no! Eso no es cierto. Casi nunca hago voces nuevos últimamente. No te preocupes, Ari. Si tienes que irte, no hace falta ni que te disculpes, ni que te justifiques, ni nada. Tú prioriza tu salud y si necesitas descansar, descansa sin problema. El stream de aquí no se mueve, no te preocupes. Cuídate, sobre todo. Eso es lo más importante. Take care of yourself. Most of all. If you ever need to like leave the stream, don't feel the need to apologize or like justify the reason. Do not worry. The stream isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So always prioritize your health and your rest if you need it. Do not feel bad. I'm like a TV program. If you feel like watching it, then it's here. And if you don't, that's also okay. The TV program isn't going anywhere. Y si no te acompañamos, aquí estamos. We can always accompany you in the background too. Going back to the OCs, when was the last time that I made a new OC, huh? When was it? Hasn't been in a long time. ¿Cuándo fue la última vez que hice el oso nuevo? Fue hace mucho. Descansa en paz. Holy shit. Quizá no tanto, quizá no tanto. Quizás solo descansar un poquito, pero no extremos. I know there's like some more darker ones. The ones on this side definitely look a lot more polished than on this side. You can tell that these were the first ones that I did. Nota que esas fueron las primeras que hice. Se ven mucho menos pulidas que las otras. Que se pueden arreglar. Fix them a little bit more. Voy a cantar. Estaba cantando la música de fondo, pero el micrófono no la pilla. You cannot hear me sing. I was humming the music from the background, but I think the mic doesn't catch it. Yo, Sherry! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be drawing a lot of plants today. also gonna be fixing the ones that I drew last time, which makes these already a not speedrun. We're already going as slow as possible. Creo que ya estamos yendo como lo más lento posible. Esto ya no es un speedrun. Mentí. Disculpadme por mentir. Forgive me for lying, for deceiving you all. This was never gonna be a speedrun after all. Okay, doesn't look bad. I like how it looks consistent with the leaves. This butterfly though has ended up super hidden. Ya casi no parece que haya una mariposa siquiera. Doesn't even look like there's a butterfly even. Okay. Fuse all the layers together. Look at the difference. Wow. This is magical. Hello guys, welcome! Honestly, me neither. I completely improvise it every time. I never know what I'm doing. I just follow my gut and see what comes out of that. Welcome to the stream. Put a little bit of outline in here. This way it contrasts well with the background. The one thing that I always try to keep in mind with painting is that it doesn't matter if I make mistakes, because I can always paint on top of what I'm painting. I don't have to respect the line art, anything that I have drawn underneath. If there's something that I don't like how it looks, I can just like go here. Now it's painted. Not a problem anymore. Like shaping the thing with the brush strokes instead of making a clear line art before. But honestly, I don't know how people know exactly where to put the brush strokes. It's like witchcraft to me. People who know how to do exactly the colors and lights right away. That's like, wow. So magical. Color layer on top of everything and make it transparent and erasing it. That can be also an interesting way of doing it, yeah. The eraser is a very, very good tool actually. A lot of times when I blend, for example, I do it with the eraser. Muchas veces cuando mezclo colores en realidad lo estoy haciendo con la goma de borrar. Me he acostumbrado mucho a hacerlo de esa manera y ahora es como se me hace más cómodo, sobre todo en Paint Tool Side. Especially in Paint Tool Side, that's how it's most comfortable for me now. I feel you though, because I do watch... I've been watching lately a lot of videos. I've mentioned this a lot of times lately. I've been watching a lot of videos on like how a lot of artists do shading and painting, and while I kinda see the process and I try to apply it. Once it comes to the moment of actually doing it in my own art, I'm like, it's not turning out the same way. Even if I follow the same process, I'm like, I don't know what I have to do. It just doesn't turn out the same way. What am I doing wrong? I guess in the end, it's a matter of trying to apply that more than understanding it right away. Like, as long as you can know the steps, you can give it a try to applying them. But if they don't turn out the same right away, that's alright. The important thing is, what new things can you learn from that? Like, what part of that process works for you, which is really hard to decide or tell. I honestly do not know. I've been struggling with stuff like that for a long time. Like, I wish I could be a lot more qualified right now for, like, giving painting advice and art advice in general, but I have to admit, I have been very, very stuck with my process for the past years. And it wasn't until recently that I decided to, like, take a step back and look at what I was doing and what I wanted to do. It's really hard. Por desgracia creo que no soy como la más indicada para dar como consejo de arte ahora mismo, porque los últimos años siento que he estado como muy atascada con mi arte. No fue hasta hace unos días que dije, ok, vamos a mirar un poco desde atrás qué es lo que cómo estoy pintando últimamente y qué es lo que quiero pintar realmente, cómo quiero dibujar en realidad. ¿Cómo puedo llegar a eso? Pintar de la manera que quiero. Pintar las cosas que quiero más bien. No sé. Siento que he estado mucho tiempo atascada, pero igualmente he aprendido muchas cosas. Creo que simplemente es que no me he movido hacia el sitio donde quiero ir con mi arte. Y eso es lo que quiero como cambiar. I feel like maybe it's not that I have been stuck with my art, but more that I have been stuck with where I want my art to go. What things I want to do with my art. It wasn't until now that I tried to do something about that I stopped feeling stuck. I don't know. It's hard. A lot of things about art come out so, like, naturally and subconsciously that it's really difficult to describe them. At least for me. Because I'm always doing what comes to mind. My process is so inconsistent. But also oneself is always gonna see the process as more inconsistent than it actually is. Because when I ask people, like, what they think about what I've drawn, I get told very often that, Yomi, it does still look like your art style. It does look like you drew it. Even if it feels like very different to me, it does still feel like my art to everyone else. And I guess that's what's important also. But I think it's also important to be able to draw the things that I want to draw. So that's what I'm gonna be trying from now on. Yo, fun time! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! Okay. Let's add a little bit more. That's over here. Creo que siempre uno mismo se ve como su arte más inconsistente o más irregular de lo que es en realidad. Porque, por ejemplo, a veces me pasaba que hacía un dibujo que para mí se me hacía muy diferente de lo usual. Y siempre que preguntaba a alguien me decían, no, parece tu arte. Like, sigue pareciendo un arte que yo he hecho. Así que quizá no es tan inconsistente a ojos de los demás. Quizá solo soy yo. Can relate on that, man. It's a couple of different styles that sometimes overlap, and even though a drawing of mine can have more anime proportions or more cartoony ones, it is still easy to recognize as mine for my friends. Yeah, like I feel like style is in big part something unconscious. It's something that it's just inherent to every artist. You can polish it, you can try to add more things to it. It will evolve with time also, but there's always gonna be something that's gonna feel like your signature. There's gonna be something that's gonna like be an unconscious part of you that you put in your style. I don't know. At least that's how it feels to me. Even if a lot of my art feels very inconsistent a lot of times, I still I still know that I drew it, so some more lines in. Eh. We've got the plants here at the bottom done. Maybe we can still polish some more of the flowers here. I still feel they are very irregular. Siento que las flores aquí están muy irregulares. Que sea hacerlas un poquito mejores. Sobre todo como las amplié un poquito, ahora han quedado un poco deformes. I scaled them up a little bit, now they look a little bit weird. The brush strokes especially. Let's make them a little bit more thin. Something I'm really looking forward to is doing more drawings like these though. To have some ideas in mind already. Definitely gonna try to draw them in the next days. Tengo unas cuantas ideas más de dibujos así que me gustaría hacer después de este. Y realmente los haré estos días. Outline. Getting a little bit closer, still feels a little bit less clean. Sí, recordad no dar información personal en internet. Bien, importante. Remember not to give out personal information on the internet. God, look at this flower over here. What happened to you? ¿Qué te ha ocurrido, Flor? ¿Quién te ha hecho esto? Okay. Time to work on the other plants. Because this is a plant drawing stream. One thing I want to do is try to make leaves of different colors. Well, maybe not colors, maybe more like shapes. Because if I do different colors, maybe the palette is gonna go a little bit crazy. Maybe we can just try to do some different paints. Part of painting I struggle with is the overpainting rendering step, simply because I can't comprehend how I'm even supposed to do it. Usually, the way I do it is just by refining the details. For example, if I see like a line that looks too thin or too thick, I just paint on top of it. It's mostly just refining stuff. And sometimes even like repainting the whole thing. For example, here, this is what the sketch looks like. And this is the change that the overpaint layer does. So what started as like literally just a mound of flowers, I painted the plants on top of it. But also, for example, here, this was flat before, I just added some texture to it. It's just like doing a little bit more of lining on top of everything. I take the sketch as a suggestion. The sketch is a suggestion. The overpaint is the true painting. But I just follow my gut for that. Okay. Let's try to add some more different flowers. For example, we're gonna make the flowers here slightly different. We're gonna take darkest color in them. I think we're gonna go with rounder leaves. Vamos a ir con hojas como más redondeadas. A ver qué tal. Maybe we can do the same with these ones at the left. One thing that I also do for the overpaint that really helps is pick colors from what I already have below. Then I use those colors for painting. Just got colors a little bit. Y dime. Bueno, depende de qué. ¿Qué se trata? Gonna paint lighter color. Like literally I'm just redoing the drawing. Making new shapes for it. And honestly, I'm not following any rules for it. I'm just improvising completely. Estoy totalmente improvisando esto. Por ejemplo, se puede pintar encima de las demás cosas. You can also paint on top of what there already is. I don't know how these leaves are gonna work out well like these. We're gonna try. Construyendo mi de mi barrio y lo que conozco de mi ciudad en Minecraft. Eso va a tomar mucho trabajo. Pero eso siempre es muy cool. Siempre he querido hacer algo así, hacer como alguna construcción grande en Minecraft. I've always wanted to do like some sort of big build in Minecraft. I did try to do a reconstruction of my old house. Just to be able to remember it in some way. And also the first time that my Final Fantasy XIV sub ended, I try to rebuild one part of the game in Minecraft also. It's fun. Like, one of my favorite things in video games is being able to feel immersed in the places and, you know, feeling like I'm somewhere where I'm not. And Minecraft is a good way of making those places yourself. Places that are not in a game, but maybe places that you imagine. Places from other games. Places from the real world also. I've seen a lot of really cool builds of theme parks, for example. There's a lot of those in Minecraft servers. So people can visit those theme parks in Minecraft. It's so cool. Algo muy cool que he visto es que hay como construcciones en servidores de Minecraft, por ejemplo, de parques temáticos, para que la gente pueda visitarlos en Minecraft. Es muy cool. Algo que siempre me ha gustado mucho de los juegos es poder visitar los sitios que hay en ellos. Poder sentir que estoy en un sitio donde no estoy. Y Minecraft es un buen sitio para construir tus propios sitios así, sin tener que hacer tu propio juego. Creo que lo más difícil es como poder mantener las proporciones de las construcciones cuando te inspiras en otra... en otra cosa. Porque a veces colocas los bloques, te das cuenta de que has hecho una parte más estrecha o más grande, porque es que no todo se puede traducir bien a bloques. I feel like one of the most difficult parts of doing like a build like that in Minecraft is being able to translate the size, the proportions of the blocks. Because, for example, when I was building the place from Final Fantasy XIV, even though I tried to keep everything as consistent as possible, I ended up making some areas a little bit thinner than others, and then the proportions didn't really add up. I kind of left it halfway done because of that, but it was looking really nice. Maybe someday, if I ever stream Minecraft again, I will show it. Me estaba quedando bastante bien, la verdad. It was looking pretty cool, actually. Maybe if I ever stream Minecraft again, I will show it. Jeje. Yo, Samuel, ¿qué tal? ¿Viste que hicieron un Nueva York escala 1:1 en Minecraft? ¿Cómo? Oh, eso sí que tiene que haber tomado mucho trabajo. That must have had a lot of work put into it. New York at 1:1 scale. Holy shit. Like all of it? That is a lot. Más difícil de escuchar tu voz sin enternecerse. Yo creo que es más difícil... Yo creo que es... no sé... Es más difícil construir cosas en Minecraft, sí. Es que a 1:1 tiene que haber tomado mucho trabajo. Just to make the dreaming world in 1:1 scale, I'm not gonna lie. I have thought of that before. But then I thought, all that time that I could dedicate to making the dreaming world in 1:1 scale, I could dedicate it to making the stories of the dreaming world themselves. And then I haven't done anything like that because, you know, I always feel like I can put my time making a lot of other things, making my games and stuff. Yo, Gino, welcome! How's it going? Here it's night, but actually. It's night right now. 10 actually. Wait, ¿te cae el stream? No creo que sea yo porque no me está dando ningún error. Si os da todos errores, decidme e intento arreglarlo porque yo sepa no es mi stream. Pero si puedo arreglarlo, decidme. I don't think it's my stream, but if I can fix the stream crashing or dying from time to time, do let me know. Uy, pregunta peligrosa. ¿Qué pregunta peligrosa? Depende de cuán peligrosa sea. Yo cuando hacía las construcciones las hacía sin add-ons ni nada, poniendo bloque a bloque. Todo bloque a bloque. Every time that I do builds in Minecraft, I do it brick by brick, block by block. Yo, it's silly! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! Trying to draw plants today. Emphasis on trying. I think... I'm trying to figure it out, but it's hard. Blade of grass by blade of grass, just like how I make my games. This reminds me, oh no. Speaking of ideas that I've had lately, well, we weren't speaking about that, but speaking of like me making games, I had an idea the other day, and now it won't leave my head. What if I redid all the dog sprites of Stories of the Dreaming World as pixel art this time? What if I do that? What if I do that? How bad of an idea could it be? Totally a great idea, right? Would do that without any sort of pain or suffering. I guess it's because in part I would like to have a solid style for the game. Not looking, but it can definitely look better. Try to do it the same way that I've done the other leaf. Steal from far away doesn't look bad like that, actually. Anyway, now for real, speaking of me making games, if you guys haven't played my games, reminder that they are free on each. If you ever want some free RPG Maker games to play, I got the thing for you. Si cualquier día queréis juegos gratis de RPG Maker para jugar, mis juegos aquí. In it so everyone can see it. Y no te preocupes. Vas en bici. Cuidado, no mires el chat mientras estás en bici. Hay que mirar adelante. Uy, no me está dejando guardar ahora. What do we want to pay you for your games? You actually can donate in some of them. And you can get some little art books in exchange. If you like the games and you wanna support a little bit of support, you can buy the artwork. Art books. Development notes. Tablet is not working, guys. You not working? No. Tablet. Yo-hooo, welcome! One day you should draw Eduardo, the funny plant near your work. Yes, I remember Eduardo, the asparagus. I hope that Eduardo is doing well and that they haven't cut him again. Let me restart Clip Studio 1 second. Because tablet is not working well right now. It might be studio issue. Part of the asparagus is Yomi's sibling new theory. He took over my old work. Yeah, thank you, Gino. Hopefully, Clip Studio will let me continue it because the pen is not working. Tablet, I need work. One. Open Clip Studio. El Clip Studio y esperar que la tableta funcione. Tableta. No me falla. Ay, no. ¿Qué? Esto no funciona. I think the stream died for a moment, but I think we're back. What is going on? Okay. Okay, the tablet works. The tablet works. Perfect. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't break again. Please, tablet. I need you to work. Okay. Cool. Breaks 3 times faster than the previous gen. Truly new technologies. That's how they are nowadays. Okay, now it works. Uf. Good. Ahora funciona, menos mal. Yep, I saved. I just reopened the program and the drawing. The tablet was not working for some reason. No funcionaba la tableta por alguna razón. Pero ahora sí funciona. Ojalá que siga así. Que me va todo tan lagueado. Todo super lagueado. Going so laggy. Are you lagging? There we go. Don't look bad from far away. A bit mildly. Y no te preocupes. De verdad, no te preocupes, que no te sea incómodo. Si te es más cómodo disculparte, no hay problema. Pero de verdad que no hay nada de lo que disculparse. She needs a rich wife that will buy her a powerful PC. So true! So true! Man, I wish. That's the dream. Ese es el sueño de verdad. Ah. Let's not forget that we can also add flowers to camouflage all the badly drawn leaves. Because if this looks okay from far away, maybe we don't really have to overwork it. Only drawn leaves, said Yomi as she works on some gorgeously stylized leaves. Ooh, thank you. They don't look bad, yeah, that is true. I feel like especially from far away, they do look pretty nice. So there is nothing to worry about. Then add butterflies to camouflage the flowers. That's the real trick. That's what paint over is like. You just draw things to hide the things underneath. Also, some leaves would also cast shadow on top of them. You can also use that. Like I'm not doing the cluster. Maybe that's the sign. Flowers. Es la señal de que tengo que empezar a añadir flores. Camuflar todos mis errores. Yeah, bye bye Semi! Luck with the shopping! Let's add some flowers. That will help. We're gonna add white flowers. This way they are not all orange or yellow. Start darker ones in blue. Maybe even just to keep the palette consistent, we can make them in same color as the seat. This way they won't stand out as much. The background here. Better not to add too many different colors, so the palette doesn't break. Also, maybe the shape of the flower should also be different. make some more pointy. Maybe round. What if it's like round, like morning glories? Let me actually Google some reference. We're gonna search flower shape, so we can get some different ideas for flower shape. Because it's so easy to fall into the default typical flower. But look at all these different beautiful shapes. At the flowy. A little sneaky reference. Like mostly the ones that we've been doing so far have been like these kinda. Maybe even like these. One that could work. Maybe something like trumpet. Which is similar to morning glories because they have like these long thingy. The petals are long. Maybe we can draw them like that. Flowey from Undertale, yup. Un personaje de Undertale. Literalmente una flor que habla. Great. Also a bit more. There can be more here on this side that are not as open. Smaller ones too. Flowey from Call of Duty. There's a Flowey in Call of Duty. Oh my god, I didn't know about that one. Next you're gonna tell me there's one in Fortnite? Like Hatsune Miku? One here. I feel like these two kinda take up too much attention. Maybe better to just add some ones like these. When are we getting poop and pasta in Fortnite? When Fortnite contacts me to add my characters to it. Maybe someday in the future. But they are not called poop and pasta, okay? Hello Sakurme! Yokosuki! ¿Qué tal? Welcome to the stream. ¿Vienes al stream? Yo también quiero chocolate. Está muy rico. Aún me queda bizcocho de plátano. Still have banana. What's it called? Banana bread. Still have banana bread with chocolate. Vez se me rompen mis auriculares. ¡Yo también! En los míos solo funciona el izquierdo. Es terrible. My headphones are broken, guys. Only the left one works. I've been suffering with that all these past days. It's terrible. Es terrible. Llevo sufriendo por eso estos últimos días. Y como yo, mi música, ya no puedo escucharla en estéreo. Tengo que mover el cable para que se escuche bien, pero luego no se queda bien. Tengo otros cascos, pero me aprietan la cabeza y me duele. I do have some other headphones, but they what's the word? They are too tight on my head. I have a big head. It hurts. I still don't use them. But at some point I'm gonna have to start using them because it's starting to be a little bit sad not being able to listen to the music properly. If I move the cable a little bit. Why are headphones always like this? Porque siempre pasa esto con los auriculares. Siempre se cansan de funcionar. They always get tired of working. Gonna give flowers a bit more. It. Más o menos bien. Se camufla bastante. No se ven las hojas de lejos. En realidad me gusta cómo se ve esto. Actually, I like how this looks. If you see this from close up, look at this mess of colors. But if you see it from far away, it actually looks really good. It's actually not so bad. Maybe I can even this leaf, for example. It's like that. Flowers. Try to draw this like the light filtering through the flowers. Yeah, no necesitas pedir permiso, de verdad, no hace falta que pidas permiso. Si necesitas un descanso, no dudes en ir a descansar. No necesitas permiso de nadie. De hecho, por favor, tómate un descanso. Cuidarse bien. Y cuídate mucho. Ojalá se te pase pronto la migraña. ¡Ánimo! Under. Good work. Maybe I can try make the depth of the flower like this. Right. And else from right. Permiso para tomar agua. No, no lo tienes. Nah, claro que sí. De hecho, todos deberíais tomar agua. Recordad hidrataros. Remember to stay hydrated. And remember that you don't need my permission to drink water, to go take a break or anything like that, okay? Take... What was I even gonna say? Always your health as the first priority. ¿Tienes permiso para pedir permiso? No, no lo tienes. No puedes pedir permiso. Está prohibido. Prohibido pedir permiso. Yo-hooo, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. Doesn't really look that good in case. Really like how it looks. We're gonna do it without that. Sí, pondré las. Maybe estas sí que deben estar más presentes. A bit lighter. There we go. Y ojalá que vaya bien. Ojalá que la luz no toque mucho las narices. There we go. Doesn't look bad at all. Ah. No hay nada malo. Finish some of the leaves over here. Even if it's just like blobs. Pero aunque sea como con blobs de color. I really like how it's looking. Thank you. Me gusta mucho cómo está quedando. Quiero hacer muchos más dibujos así. I want to make a lot more drawings like these. If only a couple more plants left to do. Quedan solo un par más de plantas por hacer. Let's work on these hanging leaves over here. Could be something similar to this one. Let's do that. After that, I'm thinking about what to do with these ones. Could make them the same as the ones down here. Perhaps. After that, the butterfly. I think we're gonna be able to finish it today. Creo que hoy sí que lo terminamos. ¡Yippee! Al final se pudo. Bueno, aún no. Aún no está terminado. It's still not over. I still shouldn't celebrate. Too soon to celebrate. Gonna celebrate once it's truly over. It's finished for real, for real. I'm not sure about how to draw leaves with light filtering through them. I guess that's one of the things that we can practice next. I think it should be something like this. Will make sense. Add outline. Right now it looks a bit weird. Entonces se ve un poco raro. A veces mi auricular funciona a veces. Muy extraño de golpe escuchar por un oído y luego no. Every once in a while my earphones do work, then they don't. They do. Maybe I should start thinking about changing them for the other ones I've got, even if they like oppress my head. Maybe it's about time. Typical case of whimsy earphones. Earphones. Do that all the time. The entropy of earphones. They always end up not working. About these leaves actually. Totally improvising them and it's not turning out too good. Están quedando demasiado. But I do have headphones. It's just that they oppress my head. I have a big head. Headphones kind of like press on my head, and it's a bit uncomfortable. But it's just a matter of using them more. Oppression. I don't know what other word to use. Compress? I can't think of any other words. No se me ocurren más palabras. Think of like anything, any better way to explain it. Yosemite, welcome back. Struggling a little bit. Head reduction. Yes, exactly. They make my head smaller. Yeah, I went to take a break, take a rest. I'm free from their shackle service. But then how am I gonna listen to music? I'm so used to listening to music with headphones that I can't listen to music without headphones. I don't think I have, no. I have listened. Doesn't look really like. Maybe we can go with something a bit more to what there is here, I guess. Just draw some random. Part of the first rock opera, and it has a great, although tragic story. Ooh, interesting. Take note. An hour and 20 minutes, that's like a minute long. But still, thank you for the recommendation. Makes sense if it's like an opera. Rock opera. May or may not include rocks. Explorar música con auricular roto. No. Ya. Lo malo es que se escucha incompleta la música. I don't like. I should probably. Oh, what if I look up a reference? We're gonna get some reference hanging link. Maybe we don't really need that much. I think the hanging leaves are a lot more simple than how I'm trying to paint them. La guitarra está de un lado y la voz del otro. Vas a tener que elegir. O guitarra o voz. Okay. One thing I'm noticing from the hanging leaves I'm finding is that the leaves are actually pretty much in color. Like each leaf is like a flat color. They don't overlap that much. So we might do better by just drawing the leaves as is. Es guitarra la fuerza. Bueno, mira, la versión instrumental. Claro, porque siempre el que funciona es el mismo auricular. Guitarra it is. A little bit everything else. We're almost there. Jade's drawing is gonna be finished. Oh, safe through. Make safe. In the leaves, it is one. This is gonna be really something during the speed paint. You're gonna see me undoing and redoing the leaves like 3 or 4 times before I decide on leaving them alone. En la speed paint me vais a ver hacer y rehacer las hojas 50 veces antes de dejarlas solas, yo creo. Okay, creo que esto está mucho más simplificado. Se ve más. A lot more simplified and it doesn't look bad. Leaves coming, the leaves playthrough. That's how we're gonna do it. For the speed paint. For the... wait, no. I didn't mean the speed paint. The speed run. That's what I meant. The speed run. For saves coming for the speed run. Does that still count as... would it count as cheating? Tool assisted speedrun? That's cheating! My speedrun is now never gonna be a real speedrun. A bit tighter. Oh, I know. If we make only half of a leaf brighter, I think that can also look... because leaves technically have like lines in the middle. A lot of times leaves are not like truly... volume like that. They have layers like ogres. You get a lucky crit and make an entire bundle of flowers in one click. That would be so nice. If I was using the brushes from Clip Studio, that would truly be the real speedrun. But since I am stubborn, I'm not gonna do that. Podría estar usando los pinceles que tengo de flores de Clip Studio, pero soy muy tosuda y no quiero. Quiero dibujar yo las plantas. Just made me in Rimworld. Nice! That's cool. Now you are inside a video game. You are trapped there forever. But this reminds me, guys, if you were trapped in the last game that you played, how doomed are you? My case, I would be trapped in Genshin Impact, which doesn't sound that bad. Except if we take in account like the amount of monsters that are out there. But it's not the worst. It could be so much worse. I could be living in Limbo's company. That would be terrible. Unfortunately, Genshin is the last game that I played today. Maybe I'll get to meet one of my wives. How cooked I would be trapped in Mario and Luigi partners in time. Oh no, not in the Mario world. Probably be okay, just gotta wait for the heroes to defeat the villain. That's a good point, yeah. Unless you are like one of the unlucky NPCs. Because you don't have plot armor if you're a random NPC. Anything can happen to you, and that's kind of terrifying. Since when painting, I do feel like I got a crit when something turned out way better than I knew I had the skill to do. True, that does happen a lot. Like, wow, how did I do this? Lives forever. I'm trapped in Lives hell. Lives hell. It's kind of fun. Look, I'm learning. I think I'm gonna do a stream of only practicing pictures, but stylizing them a little bit, I think. Anything can happen to you in real life as well. That's true, and we don't even have full powers in real life. Maybe being in the world of a video game does sound a little bit more fun. Here the leaves are not looking that bad. Let's just try to give them some outlines. Leaves you to it. Yes, let's say you're gonna have to give it to me. That's a really bad one. That's at this point, that's a really bad one. Outlines too. Leave me alone. I'm trying to think of more puns I could do. I'm not having that many ideas. Guess we're gonna have to branch out to other topics. Release me in Spain. I can 3, I guess. The more puns I'll leave. Seed. We add either lives in here. One might work. If my wait, it might look a bit more natural if there are more branches aside from what we can see here. For example, there can be one branch. Yes. Not. These are kind of hard to. The Borderlands Society collapses. I'll make a little buzz in a train garden in honor of you. Ooh, thank you. I would be very honored. That's my dream. To live in an abandoned train or bus full of plants. Wait, still something that I'm not super convinced with. But oh well. long as the leaves exist, I can always learn to draw them better later. Now, hanging leaves look kind of different from each other. You know what this calls for? Flowers. It calls for flowers to hide all the leaf mistakes. But we cannot rely on that every time. Even Suki, thank you so much for coming. Those leaves are good with lighting. It's not that bad. It's a matter of studying. I think, at least with how it looks from far away, it does not look bad. Important thing is to make an attempt. Right? Drawing it doesn't turn out well. Always practice. Do it better next time. The important thing is that now it exists. The first step to learning how to do it better. Okay, not so bad. Maybe if I... The others... Maybe the leaves on the left should be a bit lighter than the leaves on the right. It's not really gonna make it look a lot better. I think it shows the light source a lot better. Even though the light source is the entire window. But behind, like the leaves that are on the opposite side to the window, those would be a little bit more shaded, I guess. Oh. Even add some more. Perhaps. you go. Go. Okay, there's only one more left. Bit of plants left, and it is these. What do we do with these ones? Do we make the same flowers, or do we try making them slightly different? I think the first thing that we can start doing, breaking the sofa a little bit more, breaking the seat. Because that means that these plants are growing on top of the seat. We're going to break it a little bit more. We can side of the fabric. Like the coffee. Yo, Christian, welcome. Good morning. I hope you had a good rest. Catch me in the middle of a speedrun. Trying to finish this drawing before the month end. Which I think we're doing pretty well in that sense. Almost done with it. Only some more plants. There's left to do. We got this. Full 4 hours? That's not rest. Maybe you should sleep for more. You know, for a solid 8 hours of sleep. Maybe that might be even better than solid 4 hours. Full in 2 hours? Well, that's at least 1 hour that you can you can sleep more. Or a good nap later. That's also an option. Remember to rest well. Takes an hour to get there. What a pain. And then understandable. Take a nap afterwards and go to sleep soon today. got the dentist. You can take a nap at the dentist, maybe. They've got these nice chairs that you can lie down on. Maybe you can tell them, hey, do you mind if I take a nap while you while you mess with my mouth or something like that. Oof. Be strong. Today's gonna be a difficult day, I imagine. Be strong. Oh, something that I haven't... Oh, we don't really need that much in terms of shows. We can even damage a little bit more. I keep calling it a sofa, but it's like a train seat. But I guess it does look a bit like a couch. Oh, what do we do with the plant? Maybe we could add some different ones that are also kind of the same colors. But adding the same ones is also kind of tempting. Like, so far the only different ones that we've got are these ones. Maybe we can go with some different ones up here. Always wanted to farming or gardening game that has some challenge to it, but not all that time restraints and all that focus on buying and selling. That's true. A lot of farming games, like the main difficulty is like time management and also selling the things that you grow. Interesting to try to explore the genre a little bit more. I've had in mind an idea for a game that has a little bit of farming stuff, but haven't thought that much about it because I already have like too many projects on the works. But it's something that I would like to explore, maybe for a game jam or something. Maybe one day do something. I want to join more game jams. Maybe save it for then. But too many games to make at the moment. I wanted to make something like with a desert island. Like you somehow end up in a desert island. You have to like gather stuff and discover the secrets of the desert island at the same time. It could be nice, but at the same time, how to make it interesting, and also it would be so much work. Which is something I wouldn't mind if I wasn't working on like 3 other games at the same time. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll do someday I'll do something like that. Here instead of these, I'm gonna paint directly with the lighter green. Green that technically is blue, but close enough. Only since there's this part of the window in the middle, I guess there should be a line shadow in here. Yeah, good luck with today. Take care. Hope that today passes smoothly. Thank you so much for coming. It is looking really nice. Wow, it's actually looking really nice. I really like how it's looking. And we still don't have the final layer effects. I feel like that's gonna add a lot to it. The final plans left to do. Oh, yes, cierto! That's true. I could add a little bit of moss in some parts. That's a good idea. Adding something a little bit more green also in the seeds, because watering these seeds must have also made a lot of moss and fungi grow in them. I'm gonna probably do something with that. That would be so cool. Let's first of all colors. Final Fantasy! Holy shit! I need that. Save. So you need to remember the butterflies. The butterflies are still there. Gonna add a little bit of light here, even if it's a shadow. There's still gonna be leaves in it. These leaves are gonna have to be a little bit better defined than the ones here at the right. These are a little bit more in the focus of the illustration. Cualquier momento dibujo a Yomi. Solo hay una norma. Si haces eso, tienes que enseñármelo. ¿No es panar? ¿Dónde lo podemos mandar que no sea al Twitter? También en Blue Sky. Y si no, supongo que por mail. como los únicos sitios que se me ocurren. No tengo como mucho más sitio donde se puedan mandar. No soy muy fan de las redes sociales. No me gustan las redes sociales. Estoy muy cansada de usar redes sociales. Tumblr también, sí. En Tumblr también. Cierto. Tumblr is also an option for sending me fan art. If you do draw me or anything of my games, there's only one rule, and it's that you have to show me. You must. Me vais a hacer llorar. Llorar con I. Muchas gracias. Lo malo es que también el Twitter VTuber lo tengo ya abandonadísimo. Solo uso mi Twitter principal ahora. Porque es que manejar dos Twitters es muy complicado. Managing two Twitters is a pain. That's why I don't use my VTuber Twitter anymore. Maybe we can make this one with smaller leaves, perhaps. Quizás este puede tener como hojitas más pequeñas. Oh, ¿qué te pasa? Está tosiendo. Ya. Pero si dibujas bonito, he visto dibujos tuyos. Y si dibujas bien. Está tosiendo, está tosiendo. Aquí abajo. Window. Laughing cat. Creo que cuando me pasaste las referencias, ¿no? Para la commission. Me acuerdo. Hasta la próxima. Tenía que mirar a mi gata. La tengo aquí abajo. Está... No, se ha ido. Ahora me mira. She's looking at me. Estaba sacando el agua bendita para espantar al fantasma. Ya digo, yo a veces tengo buena memoria para muchas cosas. A veces no, pero a veces sí. Sometimes I do have a good memory for some things. Pudiera dibujar como Yomi, pero... Es aún mejor poder dibujar como cada uno. Cada uno dibuja a su manera. Le gustaría a Yomi dibujar como Yomi, porque a veces se me olvida cómo dibujo. Por eso tengo que reinventarme mi proceso cada vez. Need to redo my process every time. I keep forgetting how I draw. Why I draw differently every time. it is slightly dark. Trying to redo how I did the painting, and I have already forgotten how I've painted the leaves down here. Ya se me ha olvidado cómo he pintado las hojas ahí abajo. Las líneas, like the lines. Go with some flowers in there, it will already look a bit better. Let's add leaves over here. The outline. Oh, I started with the outline. Estaba con el contorno. Add some. It almost looks like it's the same kind of plant that is falling over there. I guess it fits. I'm thinking about adding yellow flowers to it. We've got orange flowers below, white flowers on the side. Just to keep the color palette consistent. We can add some yellow flowers. Rimworld semi scared me. Trust no one, not even yourself, in a video game. ¿Un personaje especial que te ha inspirado para hacer tu flequillo cubriéndote los ojos? En realidad no. Creo que la razón por la que empecé a cubrirme los ojos, aparte de porque no quería arreglar ojos, esa fue una razón muy de peso, que al principio cuando estaba aprendiendo Live 2D me dio mucho miedo aprender a arreglar ojos. Pero creo que la razón por la que empecé a asociar, like, ¿cómo decirlo? Este flequillo con ser fantasma fue por mí, o sea, la que a veces ha sido llamada Yomi rubia. Ella fue primero. Ella vino primero. Sí, la encuentro. Estoy inspirada por mí misma, porque es mi propia, o sea, así que... One of the reasons why I started associating my bangs to ghosts, I'm like... character of mine. Oh, there's character of mine that has been called Yellow Yomi before. She came first. She started going to the hairdresser before I did. She started the ghosts with blending bangs first. So yeah, she's the trendsetter. I miss her so much. I wanna draw her again. She's like my ancestor in a way. Yeah. She's older than her creator, yep. She's older than me. She came first. What was first? The Yomi or the Enefir, which is her name. But a lot of doodles of her actually. But her. I should draw her again sometime. I miss her a lot. She's one of the main characters of one of my stories, along with a lot of other characters. So someday, I hope I can make her story Blonde Yomi Ancestor. The primordial Yomi could be said. La Yomi primigenia. Yeah, her name is Enefir. I've got her page on Toy House. I made her a long time ago. She's been around for a very long time. She's the owner of a cafe in the world of dreams. Which may or may not appear in her story, by the way. It's all connected. I should start making more doodles to introduce the setting of the dream world. Would be cool. I don't know how I would do it, but it could be interesting. At least to let people know more about it. One of the reasons why I'm not doing it more is because how much should I tell and how much should I wait to show it in the stories? But again, without knowing, or maybe people aren't gonna be interested in the story, so what's the perfect middle point for that? How much should I tell? How much should I show? For example, I don't wanna like spoil things from the stories, but I guess things about how the world works would be okay. Think about that. I need to start thinking more seriously about how to promote my stories. How does the world work? Well, the world was created by goddess that sleeps. The world came from her dream. It's a world that is inside the planet. The dreaming world is inside the planet, and then the waking world is outside the planet. In the outside of the planet, there's also people that dream. Those dreams are also connected. The dreams. God is the dreams. Is the world with the big tower? Yeah, indeed. Yes. Living world is physical, yeah. It's a real world that exists. It just happens to be inside the planet and connected through magical means to the outside world. Like hidden passages. It's a mix of like real and subconscious. You can enter through dreams. You can enter through dreams and also through reflections sometimes. There's some openings and doors. Some passages that only those who know about them can pass through them. Kind of like the way magical creatures would be hidden in our world. Like they are there but we cannot see them. Happens when your body dreams. Does it go with you? It depends on how strong your dream is. Most people dream inside their own heads, but people with like very strong dreams, you could say, can sometimes see little bits of the dreaming world. Their dreams get connected with. Because dreams are still like a part of how the brain works. So for example, people from the dreaming world also dream. There's no dreaming world for the people of the dreaming world. Their dreams just happen in their heads. Yeah, not every dream happens in the sleeping world. It's just called the dreaming world because it was created from a goddess that dreams. I feel like one of the reasons why it's so hard to talk about is because I made it way too complicated. Maybe I went to concepts that are a little bit too hard to explain. Did I try to go too original? I need to find a good way to explain it. Because one thing that's very recommended when world building is keeping things to a familiar level, more or less, so people can understand the world easily. So I'm a bit worried that the world might be a little bit too complicated. And also, I've started on the wrong foot by starting talking about the world instead of just making a story to introduce it slowly. I guess I'm kind of doing that also, but Stories of the Dreaming World at the same time is like enough of all the other stories that I still haven't made. So not very smart on my part. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Okay. These leaves are more or less done. Got some more, yes. I was just trying to compare it to other dreaming worlds I know from other fictions. It makes sense, like it would be the first thing that people think about, like, oh, it's the world where all dreams happen. Which makes sense, it's literally in the name. But since I'm like that, I decided to make it different. It's just basically like a parallel fantasy world that exists at the same time as the physical world, the waking world. It's so complicated. It will make sense eventually, I hope. also... like it when it don't make sense. I don't want it to make sense. Like I would like it for it to be sort of a puzzle. Being able to drop like the lore bit by bit, let people theorize, discover how everything is connected eventually. But for that I also need to make more stories. Right now there's very few stories to do that. The thing is, there's not only one world. Because in Stories of the Dreaming World, there's two worlds. One of them is the dreaming world. The other one is another world that is there for some reason and has something to do with it. But that's something that's left to be discovered for the future, even though I have explained it on stream before. World to worlds, red world, blue world. I hope that eventually it will be a lot more clear with the stories. But first, I need to finish more stories. I need to redo all the dog sprites to pixel art. I feel like I can do better with the pixel art at least. I feel like the dog sprites don't really do the art justice. I think I can do better with them. I'm gonna try. Anyway, can those worlds be represented in a cosmology drawing or astronomical system? I think I have tried before. I would have to open another file to draw that. Maybe during a Pain Monday stream that it's a bit easier and I'm not recording the time lapse. But imagine a circle that has like things on the outside of the circle and then there's things on the inside of the circle. Like one circle inside a circle. One that goes inwards, the other goes outwards. That's the quiosphere. Then there's the other world that is... imagine a circle on top of that same circle, but in a different time. Something like that. The do a 4-3 RPG with custom borders everywhere. Oh, that would be so cool. I feel like a lot of games don't make use of borders since it's not really necessary for the visuals most of the time. But borders can be a really nice artistic addition. That would be really cool. Hey. Don't even know. A little bit in the leaves. Below. Okay, that the quiet spirit is the world. I didn't know that. Yeah. It's technically like the name of the brand. So it's also the name of the world. You know, it's the quiet sphere. What is a world if not a sphere most of the time? Y si no es esfera, pues es domesticada entonces. Ok, ese es muy malo. Ese sí que ha sido muy malo. It was a bad one. Really bad one. Really hard to translate too. Unless this works, and I think if we hide the leaves with sunflowers, it will already look nice. It is with some very yellow flower. Maybe not very yellow, it's more like orange. Do we make something more like these, a bit more round, could be, I think. Something where the petals are not like that. And make them all a bit more like a circle. Maybe they can even be for different sizes. Can be bigger ones and smaller ones. And color. It still keeps the color palette. Does give the impression of it that it's like the shadow. Wow, look at how nice it looks. I really like it. It's not even, doesn't even have the last details yet. Oh, I'm cooking. Truly cooking today. Like the outlines in here, divine. Instead of drawing the petals so defined, we're gonna make some petals are on top of the others. More like a fluffy circle. Something like that. Yo, what's up? Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I am cooking. Almost done with this drawing. I can't believe it. Wait, I still have the butterflies left to do. I've spent 3 hours drawing plants. He pasado 3 horas dibujando plantas, si lo pensáis. But I've had a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying making this drawing, actually. This is the joy I draw for. Good news! Nice! What? Reason to celebrate. Probably gonna erase some parts of the flowers once they are done, so we can make some leaves on top of the flowers. Look at that, they do complement the scene pretty well, and they don't take away the focus from the plants below. First meeting with my work program, let's go! Congrats! That's very good news. I hope it goes well. Back to the working world, even if it's a pain, it is a good thing. Let's go! So, I guess we can make the middle a little bit darker. You don't have to super detail it, I think. Real experience is good. If they can pay you though, it's even better though. It's always better if they can pay you. An idea. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but what if I try to make some of the petals the brush? There's like different layers between them. A moment ago, we don't have to detail the flowers a lot. Me right now, detailing the flowers. Just enough. Just enough. Like puffs. No. This way it makes them look like different flowers for sure. Oh. Let's delete some bits of the flowers. Leaves can of them. Maybe we can also be more noticeable that depends on the light or the shadow. Looking really nice. I like it a lot. Me está gustando mucho como queda. Okay, the plants are done, everyone! We've done it! We finished the plants! I can't believe it! Maybe I can still add some outline to some of them. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna do the butterflies. And after that, maybe a couple last details. After that, layer effects. And after that, it will be done. Finally. See. Thank you. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I feel like I hadn't drawn something like this in so long. Something I can be, like, very proud of. It's not even polished to the maximum. That's like something I've always wanted. Being able to not overwork a drawing, make it still look good. Okay. So, first thing, butterflies. Second thing, maybe I'm gonna add like something here. The back of the earth. Would look nice. Also some more moss and stuff like that. I think that could look really nice too. Yo, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. tal estás? Estoy al fin acabando este dibujo. Me ha costado 3 streams, pero me gusta mucho cómo está quedando. Estoy muy happy. Very happy with how it's looking. Let's tip off the butterfly. Other one. Fix them a little bit. Wings are a little bit. Yo, paper, welcome. How's it going? Almost done with this drawing. Did it. We're gonna finish it before the month ends. Ball, outline. I'm gonna use the darker outline this time so they stand out a lot more. Ours the second to last day of the month. Month is almost ending. Need to finish it in time. I thought I wouldn't be able to, but I've managed. To save, drink water, have fun, pay credit card bills, etc. Yeah, very important. Okay, first of all, let's save. Now, add all the details. But first, I'm gonna check how I drew them in the other drawings. I think they did turn out pretty well in one of the drawings. Here. This one they were a big focus. They are. It turned out a little bit less realistic here, but they're kind of meant to be the same ones. So we're gonna make them similar. Wings are a bit more pointy. Es un poco como las de Undertale, porque también son como así naranjas, amarillas. Pero esas no están en un tren, jeje. The Undertale flowers are not in a train. Ones are in a train. Flowers are going to places. Less than here. Do something else to the wing. This is not all for the butterflies. One of them definitely turned out better than the other though. Una definitivamente está mejor que la otra. Esta de aquí abajo está un poquito pocha. A ver. Also like a little bit longer than the other, I feel. Hearing a cat going wow wow. We can fix. One still looks weirder than the other. Outline. I could have copy-pasted them. Podría haber simplemente hecho copia y pega, pero un poco tarde. Too bit too late. We use liquify. Creo que ya sé por qué la gata está guau guau. He quedado encerrada en un mueble. I think she tried to get in the furniture again. Hey, cat. Are you like this? She's here. Oh wow. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. What? There she goes. Oh no, she jumped on the desk. Oh. Here. Here for attention. Da da da. Going brrr. Now I only have one hand. The other hand busy holding a cat. Such a lady. Okay, that's enough of fixing the wings of the butterflies. Should be okay now. Oh, it should be okay. That's all. Okay, they stand out pretty well. What we're gonna do is gonna be take the color from the eyes, and we're gonna use that for adding a little bit more color to them. Wait, they stand out even more. It looks a bit without. Canary? Ah. It's blended with the color, it doesn't look that. So close the wings. There we go. Oh my god, it's almost finished. It's almost finished. Almost done. Save. The next thing to do, I kind of wanna add some. I wanna add something to the sack, but it's gonna be really easy. Just gonna take. Don't even need any letters or anything. Oh, more decoration to it. Maybe a bowl. Maybe we can even add some flowers to it. Soil for plants? Would have. If it's like just we're not gonna think too hard about the branding. Now, use one of these layer effects it doesn't look too good. With color it could look a lot better with some other colors, I think. Brightness, but low. What about leaving it normal? There you go. A little bit. Might also be this bit too green. Ah, this one works, I think. Choose between one of these. I think this makes the show a little bit better. Or that doesn't stand out much. I'm gonna spend so much time just with the silly decoration of the sack. Don't really need much. But maybe it has too much. Remove it. I think with just that, it already has enough. Maybe a very discreet flower in here. A bit more integrated. Doesn't require any more colors. Here we go. That's a lot better, I think. Gonna be so much undoing in the time lapse. Go. Come on, Yomi, you can't add that many flowers. Unnecessary. There we go. Okay. In itself, the drawing is done. But now it's time to add some final layer effects. This is what's gonna make the colors pop out and stand out a lot more. So first of all, we're gonna take with the airbrush. I rarely use the airbrush. Wonder if a little bit of airbrush. Just for the edge of the shadow. Other things, the moss. I forgot about the moss. He said I would add some moss and then I didn't. Example. Like this. Ah, this color does. I think something like something with one of these brushes might work a bit better. Here, the cloud brush. Cloud brush is really good for effects like these. Look, it does give the kind of blurry effect that the moss would have. It doesn't for the lips. We're gonna add a little bit this brush. I'm gonna mix both the brushes up. On this. Maybe just some bits. Could also be maybe some more bits of stuffing on the floor. Maybe not. Maybe we've already put a little bit of that. Here we go. Now let's add big layer effect. I'm gonna try to do the same layer effects that I used to do when I used to paint in my old style. One of them, first of all, let's close the other things that we've got. I'm gonna save it early in one layer. Actually no, we don't have. We've used all the layers. It's the layers. We have all the drawing in one layer. So we can put it here and set it as overlay. Maybe we can make the colors pop out a little bit more. Example at like %. Then one thing I used to do is blur everything. We're just gonna set this blur to 10%. It's very noticeable. Oh, one thing I didn't do is the didn't fix the hairpin. Oops. Yo, taquero, bienvenido. ¿Qué tal? Ojalá un taco ahora mismo. De vez en cuando me acuerdo de las veces que he comido cochinita pibil y necesito más. Está muy rico. Todo bien. Intentando acabar un dibujo hoy y creo que casi lo tengo. Seguían los últimos efectos de color. Después de eso ya he terminado. Quería terminarlo antes de que terminara el mes y creo que se ha conseguido. I wanted to finish this before the month ended. I think we managed to do it. Spin a little. I'm gonna blur flower in here a little bit. Sí, los pinceles son súper bonitos estos. Están hechos con pinceles de verdad. Es un pack de pinceles que hay en Clip Studio. Hecho por una VTuber, que es mi VTuber favorita justamente. Y hizo estos pinceles con pinceles de verdad. La textura es súper cool. Está quedando un poco raro. Tengo que hacerlo más así. Un poco. ¿Cuál es? No la conozco. Está costando tanto difuminar esto. No me suena en realidad, Rufi. Dale un vistazo. Ahora, creo que sí. De lejos no se va a notar. Lo que ahora estoy notando son los clips. Los clips están muy raros ahora. Un clip es más largo que el otro. Why is one of the hair clips longer than the other? Let's fix that. Yo, Alex! Welcome! How's it going? How is life? You mean, how is unlife? Because haha, I'm a ghost. All good! I'm almost done with this drawing! I've managed to finish it before the month ends! Go. Now the hairpin is a little bit less bad. I feel like the hairpin now looks a bit too thick. Is it just me? Or is the hairpin a little bit too thick? ¿Es soy yo o si el clip se ve como muy grueso ahora mismo? O mejor. Better. Argentina, cool. Conozco una VTuber también argentina. Se llama Alicia Nicos. La recomiendo mucho. Aunque ahora está de descanso. Y cuando vuelva, voy a echarle un vistazo. Sí, Eli es muy cool. Ojalá que le esté yendo todo bien. Yo pensando que estaba acabando ya y aquí estoy repasando los clips. Like a letter from a word and from that letter get as many words from that first letter. But then my brain will activate and I won't be able to fall asleep. Si hago eso mi cerebro se activa y ya no puedo dormir. Something else that I could do is a little bit. Also didn't finish polishing the hair that much more. Maybe I should do. That's how Yomi spent another hour finishing this drawing. Es como yo me acabó pasando otra hora más arreglando el dibujo sin terminarlo. Guardar. Quiero perder mi progreso. Creo que el cabello no está mal. Siento que podría hacer un poco más. Creo que podría estarle añadiendo mucho más detalle. Con un pincel más pequeñito. Estarme aquí media hora pintando cabello. Siempre puedo acabarlo fuera de stream, si se alarga demasiado, eso sí. Al menos sé que ahora podré terminarlo terminarlo antes de que termine el mes. Eso ya me deja tranquilo. I still be able to finish it before the month end. Already gives me the mind. But I might start finishing it off stream and then post time lapse. Post the speed. Until then, I might finish it off stream if it drags on for too long. We're almost at 4 hours of stream. Been an extra long stream today. Usually I do 3 hours. Y es que también los efectos de cámara. This is how I used to paint hair, just doing lines like these for hours and hours. I take another color, do more lines, more and more lines, till the hair has a nice hair texture. Yeah, thank you! Do my best. Even use some bigger brush sizes. Ahora mismo lo que más importa aquí es el... que cosas de... El cerebro empieza a estar ya muy cansado. Ya me cuesta hablar y todo. Cosas de luces y demás, podemos añadirlo con los efectos de capa. Things like lights and all that, we can add it with the layer effects. My brain is starting to be a bit tired. I'm having trouble speaking. Probably my limit is 3 hours. At this point I know it. 3 hours is the limit. That comes there. Even be good to here. Es importante que no se vea muy plano. Esta línea. Algo que debo aprender aún. Mi estilo actual con mi estilo antiguo. Mismo arriba de la cabeza se ve un poco raro. Quizás sí que lo terminaré ahora fuera de stream. Para tomarme un descansito entre medio. Estoy muy cansada. Venga, 10 minutos más. 10 more minutes. Only 10 more minutes. Then I'm gonna go take a break. Finish it off stream. Then post the speed paint one of these days. Dibuja con la otra mano. El problema es que solo tengo un cerebro para dibujar. Y es mi cerebro lo que está cansado. Mi mano podría seguir dibujando durante horas y horas, pero mi cerebro se está derritiendo. ¿Es eso de que a veces no me salen las palabras? That feeling when you're so tired that the words barely come out. Who's the girl in the drawing? This is Martha, one of my OCs. She's the girl that I always draw. My dreams... My drawings inspired by my dreams of trains. This OC? I can send the link to her toy house page. This OC of mine. El dibujo es una OC mía que se llama Martha. Y es la protagonista de una de mis historias. Siempre la dibujo en mis dibujos inspirados. Mis sueños de trenes. Yeah, she's barely visible. She's just here in the corner. Aquí en la esquinita. Si no se la ve. Además está sonriendo por una vez. En todos los otros dibujos no estaba sonriendo, pobrecita. Tiene un poco de felicidad. At last she's smiling. She wasn't smiling at all in the other drawings. Finally she gets a little bit of joy and whimsy. We use darker colors. Pretty nice. Look at the difference. I think it's definitely a lot better. Her head looks a lot better now. It's so much better now. Making this clear. There we go. Ahora sí está mucho mejor. Right. Or some loose hairs here and there. I think that's also something that's a bit missing. Que también conviene algún cabello suelto aquí y allá. Yeah. Estoy muy cansada, creo que no aguanto los 10 minutos. Creo que tendremos que dejarlo aquí por hoy. I feel so tired. I think we're gonna have to leave it here for today. But before, since all that's left is just like refining her coloring a little bit more, I guess we can do one of the final clear effects. Actually, I think she looks fine as she is right now. Maybe I'm gonna leave her like this. Okay. Layer. So overlay 15%. And something that I used to do a lot in my old style was in the edges that have things with less importance. You would do like a border like this to frame the image a lot more. Or it a lot. Blend it. Now we set it to multiply. I think I used to do it with overlay, but overlay works a bit different here than inside. It doesn't look bad here, I think. The other thing that I did with yellow, it would fill up most of the image. For example, all the parts that are neutral of the image. Problem is the big brushes in this program, they lag a lot. Los pinceles grandes en este programa se laguean un montón. It would cover everything in like yellow. Then, important parts, we're gonna put them in red, which is the sprout. Now we're gonna blend everything a little bit. This is what I call the egg technique, because it kind of looks like an egg. Esto es lo que llamo la técnica del huevo, porque casi parece un huevo. We would do something like this. We blend everything. So the important parts get like marked in red, the corners get marked in blue, and everything that is neutral, we make it yellow. Now we set it to overlay. Low opacity. And it does give a bit of a difference, right? Kinda brightens the middle a little bit. This is with it, this is without it. I think it does look nice. We're gonna add blue here. Another thing that we can add is a little bit of dust. That's too big. Way too big. Let me undo. Please. Please don't autosave now. I'm scared. I don't want Clip Studio to crash. Okay, I saved. Deleting. Why are you not deleting? Come on. Ah. Lo podemos apreciar mejor sin la compresión de YouTube, muy cierto. Y motitas de polvo creo que pueden quedar bien. Pasa que necesito ver cuál es el pincel para eso. Aquí este es. El problema es que Clip Studio me está haciendo autosaves todo el rato. A ver, vamos a guardar. Voy a intentar añadir algunas motitas de polvo porque como entra la luz de la ventana, se verían algunas. Creo que puede quedar bastante. Y... así mismo. La criatura. Les bajamos un poco la opacidad. Una cosita más. Como tengo pinceles para hacer luces, así bastante cool. Vamos a mirar de poner alguna. Este. Creo que apenas se ven. No se ven apenas. Y por supuesto, irle... ¿Vas a dejar así del todo o vas a continuar luego? Probablemente... Creo que ya lo dejaré así. Porque ahora que la veo, creo que me convence ya bastante. I think I'm already pretty happy with how she looks. Maybe I might add a little bit more to the hair. Quizá añado un poco más en el cabello. Algunos trazos más. Para acabar de refinarla, pero... creo que ya está. Ruido, creo que... a ver si el ruido está. Lo único que le falta creo que es el chromatic aberration. Y... creo que de momento así se queda. Si se me ocurre alguna cosa más, quizá la añado, quizá pongo un poco más de contraste de sus sombras, pero creo que está terminado. I think it is done. I think it's finished. I might maybe change some more things if I can think of something after the stream. But if not, this is it. We have finished before the month ended, which I'm really happy about. But for now, I think this will be all for today. Thank you all so much for accompanying me, especially in the previous art streams ever since the beginning of this drawing. Thank you so much for accompanying me and helping me finish this in time. If I hadn't streamed it, I don't think I would have made it. Thank you all so much. So, tomorrow I'm gonna be back with Mother 3. We'll see what's gonna happen. If we're gonna have more emotional pain or if it's gonna continue being a bit joy and whimsy like it was last time. Hopefully the suffering we can put it aside for a little bit. Although I'm always up to some suffering. So for now, will be all for today. See you tomorrow with emotional damage. Yo, Psyker, I'm sorry we're finishing for today, but look! I finished this art today! I'm really happy about it. So, for now, take care everyone! And I will see you next time! Bye bye!